getting a lot of queries pertaining to the evaluation process of the screening test, because a lot of candidates feel that screening test is a real hurdle, and in spite of their best efforts, they've not been able to crack this. So in this video, let us understand how you would be evaluated during the screening test and what needs to be kept in mind when you go through it. Now you're aware that during the screening test, a very hazy picture is projected before you for 30 seconds and you get 4 minutes to write a story about whatever that you have perceived is happening in that picture. Now, after those 4 minutes are over, your written work is collected by the assessors. You are sent out and then you're called in groups of about 15 each. And when you get back, you'll find 3 officers sitting there, a GTO, a psychologist, and an interviewing officer, who would then be evaluating you for 2 aspects. Firstly, the narration of your individual story, and secondly would be the discussion part, where you're required to carry out a discussion and come to a commonly agreed group story as a team. So we can clearly divide the entire evaluation process into 4 parts. First would be the writing of the story. The second would be the narration of the story. Third would be the discussion to arrive at a commonly agreed group story. And the fourth would be your basic dress, demeanor, and your social graces, which are going to be evaluated. So let's take one at a time. So let's go down to the writing of the story. Now, please remember, the idea of giving you a very hazy picture is to check as to how your mind works. Because if the picture is hazy, naturally you are given the creative liberty to perceive whatever that you think is happening in the picture. Now, for example, if there is a mountainside and you find some people walking on that, a person with a creative, positive mind might feel that this is a bright Sunday morning where a group of friends have decided to go out for a hiking, and how they enjoyed that day and how they spent their time together and what all they learned during this little hike that they took. That will be the story. Whereas another person who may not be so positive in the outlook might feel that no, this is a dark, gloomy day when there was a storm, and because of which there was a landslide, and these people got stuck and they are trying to find a way out and cross the area of the landslide. So again, it is showing something about the person, about the mindset of the person. Let's say there are a group of animated people standing. Somebody would say that, okay, they are kind of celebrating, or they've just maybe won something and they are enjoying. And another person might feel that no, this is some kind of a vandalism going on. People are, trying to break in somewhere because they're looking animated. So it is the way your mind works that you will be perceiving that picture. So now what happens is that the impressions that our mind has basically comes out from the interplay that we've had with the environment in which we exist. Let's say a person who lives in an environment where he has often been let down, he would be finding it very hard to trust people thereafter. A person who is, lived in an environment where everything is hunky-dory, so he will be a person who will be more positive, or a person who has seen his elders or his parents indulging in a lot of community activities, and they are the people who are forever helpful to others, to neighbors, to people around them. So they've grown up in that environment where being kind to others is a norm. So they would learn that, and that is what will occupy the storehouse of their experiences. So it is through the kind of person that you exhibit, the assessors are trying to figure out the person that you are. So many people who would think that, I have to write a positive story, do not understand that the story, if you are by nature a person who's not so positive, somewhere or the other in your story, it'll appear, or your true traits will get exhibited. and that story will look very artificial when you're writing it down, because it is kind of a borrowed thought, or you've copied it from somewhere in a busy marketplace. Your mind always thinks it is some kind of an accident which is going to happen, or some chain snatching will happen, or somebody will say cleanliness drive or a traffic control thing. So always your mind, which is carrying borrowed thoughts, will be easily seen by the assessors when you write such stories. So make sure that the stories that you write are pleasant experiences which depict your awareness level, which shows that you have a very creative, constructive mind. So one is the story writing part, where they are going to judge who you are, because the whole assessment is based on the fact that our future actions are always guided by our past experiences. So the kind of person that you exhibit today is coming from certain experiences, and some of them are very deep-seated, and it may be very difficult in certain areas of your behavior or your attitude to change later in life. So from that, they are able to figure out your mindset and your behavior pattern, which will dictate whether this person is suitable for the forces or not. So very broadly, they are able to, from your story, see this aspect. Then we come to the second part, which is the narration of your story. So turn by turn, all of you are required to narrate your stories. So while the narration is on, you will find the assessors are very carefully noting down certain things. Now, what do they note down is naturally, first is the content of your thought process, the kind of story that you've written. Besides that, they are also looking at your body language and mannerism, the way you are sitting, the way you're expressing your thoughts. They're looking at the flow of the thoughts that you have, how well you've been able to articulate those thoughts, and how nicely you've been able to give words to those thoughts, so that when you express whatever that you're speaking comes out like poetry, and there is a proper flow in what you speak. They're also looking at, from the clarity of your thoughts will come the clarity of your expression. So how nicely and properly are you able to express your thoughts? They're going to observe that from your narration. Of course, also they're looking at other candidates, and they're seeing that what is the kind of impression or impact you're creating on other people here. Because if you're able to create a good impact during the narration part, you will find that those people invariably have an edge over other people during the discussion part, because they would find favor with the other candidates, because they were able to nicely connect with them and narrate their stories. The third part, of course, is the discussion part. We've already had a video on what points to be kept in mind during a group discussion. However, specifically for PPDT discussion, you got to understand that this is a very hurriedly put together group, in the sense that for the discussion in the GTO series, like the group planning exercise, etc., you have been part of that group for at least 2 days, and by now you have kind of made friends, or you have settled down and you've all understood your role in that group. Whereas in this particular case, each person is trying to find his place in that group, and that is why there is a lot of friction. So during that chaotic discussion, what they're trying to see is that how do you emerge as a person who is effective as part of this team? How are you able to put across your views and able to share your thoughts and able to positively contribute towards the final goal? And the final goal is creating a common group story. So a lot of candidates forget this part, and their aim is to just speak, and they feel that if I speak more, I have a greater chance of making it, which is not so true. Because the goal is to make a final group story, and unless you're contributing towards that in a positive manner, unless you're helping the group to compile the story, so what you have to understand is that it is the process of making that story which is more important than what the story was finally made. So keep asking yourself that during this discussion, am I emerging as a person who is effective as part of this group? Am I making points which are making sense? Am I being appreciative of other people? Am I sensitive to other people? Am I being heard by other people, or I'm just speaking for the sake of speaking? So the discussion part actually is the most important part on day one, which will help to make or break. So make sure that during this discussion, you emerge as a person who's a positive contributor. You will find that there'll be a lot of chaos, but in that chaos also, there will be moments where you will get an opportunity to make an entry and give certain points which will show that you have a spark in you. So make sure that you find those opportunities and you're able to create an impact on the others as well as on the assessors. The last point, which we've also discussed earlier, is that you got to exhibit positive demeanor, you got to be warm and friendly, you got to show good social graces as you walk in, when you wish, when you smile, when you carry, the way you carry yourself. All of those little things are being seen by the assessors. So every small element is important. So don't kind of compartmentalize the whole thing. Don't say my story was good, but I could not speak much, or I could not contribute towards the final group story. So you have to understand that these are not separate compartments, that if my story is good, will I make it? No, you have to be seen as an effective person as part of the team. Only then you will be crossing this hurdle. So if you feel that you're not assertive enough, if you are a little shy and mild, or if your expression is not so good, so you've got to pinpoint those areas which are inhibiting you to cross this hurdle. Work very hard towards removing those gray areas, and I'm sure next time you'll positively make it through. All the best. Thank you.